everybody, in this video I'll be going over the homework number 2, finding inverses. So we're going to start with number 1. Okay, I'm going to do this systematically because the powers are, or the problems get a little complicated, but I will talk about it conceptually. So again, the first thing you want to do is you want to write y equals, okay, and we have cube root of x over 2. And the first thing being done to the x is being divided by 2, and the last thing being done is the cube root. So we're gonna, I'm sorry, the cube root. So we got to flip that. Okay. So let's flip our domain and range. So our x and our y. So then I'm going to cube both sides. Okay. Cube root. The opposite of cube root is a cube. So now the first thing being done is we're cubing it. Okay. And then we have, oh, I wrote y over x. That should be 2. Sorry. There we go. Then we have y over 2, and we want to multiply by 2. So we have 2x cubed equals the inverse function. Make sure you have the right notation. Okay. So conceptually, we had divide by 2 being the first thing. So now multiplying by 2 is the last thing. Cube root is the last thing, so a cube is the first thing. Okay, number 2, it's linear. I'm going to rewrite my g of x with y, and then switch my x and my y. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is multiply by the 4 to both sides. So we have 4x equals 3y plus 3. Okay, which makes sense. The last thing being done is dividing by 4. So the first thing being done is multiplying by 4. Okay. Subtract my 3. And then divide by my 3. So we have 4 over 3x. You can simplify this if you want to. This is the inverse function. You could also have left it, oops, not like that, like this, as one big fraction. That's fine too. Inverse function, but make sure you have the inverse function. So either one of those is the answer. Okay, number 3, again, we have another linear one. So y equals 9x plus 5. Switch your x and your y, switch your input and your output. The last thing being done to the x is adding 5. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 5. And then the first thing being done is multiplying by 9. So the last thing we're going to do is divide by 9. And then don't forget your notation. It's wrong if you don't have the inverse notation. Okay, number 4. We want to write a y for our g of x. Then switch our input and our output. So it's being cubed, so the opposite of a cube is a cube root. So we're going to have the cube root of x equals y plus 2, because those are going to cancel. And then we just got to subtract the 2 to the other side. So we have the inverse function equals cube root of x. Make sure that minus 2 is on the outside and not on the inside. And if you did it conceptually, the first thing being done is adding 2. So the last thing we're going to do is add 2, or subtract 2. The last thing being done is cubing it. So the first thing we're going to do is cube root it. Okay, number 5. Okay, I'm going to write a y equals the 5th root of negative x plus 3. Make sure that plus 3 is inside. Switch my input and my output. So switch my x and my y. Okay. And then I'm going to raise everything to the 5th power to cancel out the 5th root. So we have x to the 5th equals negative y plus 3. Subtract the 3 over. X to the 5th minus 3 equals negative y. And divide by negative 1. So we have the inverse function equals negative x to the 5th plus 3. And that's my answer. Okay, I put one rational function on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a y equals 3 over n plus 5. Switch my input and my output. So switch my x and my n and my y basically. And solve for y. So subtract 1, n minus 1 equals 3 over y. We talked about how we get that y in the denominator, right? We can multiply the y to both sides. So y times n minus 1 equals 3. But then I got to divide by n minus 1 to get y by itself, which is the inverse function. So we have 3 over n minus 1. And that's the answer. Oh, excuse me. Okay, hopefully that is helpful. Email me if you guys have any questions. Bye.